Alright, yeah. Survival Minecraft time. And I can barely see. Yeah, we're gonna need tons of stone for this wall. I do have plenty of logs. Did they spawn another golem? Or did someone let that one out? No, they spawned another one. What are you looking at? You're probably the one that killed all my chickens. So I don't like that tree. Let me grab my logs and start to get some of these logs down. That's all from clearing out area so that the wall has space. That is where all of those logs came from. Now I'll start in this corner here. This. Hit the Windows key. Of all keys to hit. Wait, no, those are too far out by one block. There we go. It is pretty thin on the inside, but it doesn't have to be the thickest. Because the inside really isn't meant to be for transportation. And it's the size of... Okay, well, you know what? I had no space for dirt, but I think I might just fill that in with dirt. There, right? Yeah, that's one block. There. Get these here. Oh no, this should go next to that. Oh, a piece of flint. Cool. Nope, not there. This is one of the towers, so 9 by 9. 3 there. And there. Oh, I have no space, that's why I'm not picking them up. So yeah, that's like a wall and a half a day. This next Minecraft day I should get all the walls done. I think I wanna work on like just zoning everything. Like splitting the village up into some districts. Because then we have like the farming district that includes like Um, a farm where villagers can replant stuff, and then farms for players who decide to live in the village. There's a tree farm for players who decide to live in the village. Stuff like that. And I want to take a look at where the existing houses are and what houses they are. Because then once I know where the houses are and what these houses are, then I can tell. Oh no, that tree's not too close. Where's this other log? There it is. There. And here is the west gate. Yeah, there's 2 gates into the village. And you got the west one, you got the east one, which are both on the south. Yeah, just barely. Yeah, stuff like a farming district, economy district, housing district, stuff like that is possible. I don't know. I've been the only one on here so far, to my knowledge. Actually, you know what? That tree is too close. Okay. More logs, yay. I didn't think that tree was too close. That or I missed it. That's fine. There. 2, 3. That block. 2, 3 there. And then there. And this is the last wall. So I think what I'll take a look at when I'm going and designing, designing the district zoning. I don't even know if zoning is the right word or not. But yeah, looking at districting everything, I'll look at like what the elevation is so that like if it's if it's a flatter area, flatten it out, make that the farming district. And there we go, and I think that one. Yeah, that one's just barely in. I guess it's time to make the whole frame. It's gonna be fun. I need more axes. Actually, let me get food back in yield hotbar. I definitely need to get an iron farm. Because I don't know if stone is gonna cut it. Because there's just that many logs. And I need to strip for this. So, yeah. I also don't know where I'm gonna end up starting this. I might look at the two gates and see which of the two gates is higher. And there it goes. Let me go craft another one. Yeah, look at the two gate elevations. And whichever one's higher, that's the bottom part of the frame. And that'll be where it is. So I think the way that it'll work is the entire wall is just a frame-based structure. Six, that's a block worth of axes. That should be plenty. Those are saplings. Still, 3 axes should be plenty for this whole project. Yeah. Made it decently far on this wall. Yeah, I think that might be where I start the frame for the wall. This is going to be high up, so I want my water out. What's this elevation? 111. I could even go from the highest elevation in the entire village, and go from there down. And this one's at 103, the east gate, which might be a little harder, a little more difficult to get set up. I'm not even gonna mess with that. That tree's probably gonna go down anyway. All the trees in the village are probably gonna go down anyway. This tower is just gonna look weird. Just because of the way that everything is around that tower. I think I'm gonna leave the original houses too. If someone else comes in and destroys them for the quote modern housing, then that's completely fine. I really don't mind. reason being, because I don't want to displace the villagers. Like, I want to give the villagers hospitality, not be the ruthless dictator that moves them from their house into cramped apartments. When I say cramped, I mean 5 by 5 with 2 beds. Alright, what's this elevation? 125. I think that's the highest one of all the sand blocks. Is 125. Yeah, 125 I think is the highest. And then for all the towers, it'll go 1 frame above the tallest surrounding frame. So, like, I don't know whether the wall should be 1 frame tall or 2 frames tall. I might do 2 frames. So I need 7 by 7 interior. So I need to build up 7 blocks from where the logs are on that 125. You know, I think it's that 125 that's the highest point in the village. 18, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, no, that's the highest one. Yeah, so this one will be 1 frame, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then top of the frame. Yeah, I think I want this frame to be, this wall to be 1 frame tall. Yeah. I didn't catch the Y level. Yeah, 133. Yeah, this is 1 section of frame. I think that looks pretty good for pretty good height-wise. Yeah, standing next to it, I think it gives it a sense of scale. Like, it's this wall. It's meant to be keeping the villagers in. Keeping the villagers in and safe. The entire area within the walls will be entirely lit, so that nothing can spawn within the walls of the village. Now that I have space, I'll start to get rid of some of these. Which means from 133, it'll be up 1 more for the tower. 'Cause yeah, I do want the towers to be taller than the surrounding wall. So 133. And here. And then it's 8 more. Because it's a 7x7 interior. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the log. So yeah, it's 8. Ow. That actually hurt. Wow. That already took like over a stack of logs. I'm gonna need a lot of logs for this. Alright, there's that one. There it is. Man, saturation healing is overpowered. It's 141, or am I wrong? Yeah, so it's 133, and then this is 141. Ooh. Alright, I can get rid of these 2 blocks of sand now. And this one. Yeah, this is going to be incredibly expensive. And I'm going to need stone anyway, so I'm just going to mine stone at iron level. Or we'll be at 124 then. 124 would be the next down. Oh yeah. That could have easily been death. But yeah, this is... Right? That's F4. Yeah, 124, so the player stands at 125. And then that one is good. And here. And there we go. Alright, we'll go sleep. Sleep. Grab some more logs. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go mining down at iron level. Man, all of these logs that I collected during it, I thought it was going to be enough. This is not enough. This is just an expensive build. I have to farm more trees, and I farm more trees. All the trees within the village are going to be dead anyway, if I'm going to be honest, so... Oh, well, that's not supposed to be there. I have to move that. If you're wondering why it's playing when I'm outside of water, it's because of the resource pack. I use a C418 resource pack, and I guess there's one that is not playing, or well, or I guess there's one that plays. I don't know. This one replaces one of them. All I know. Ooh, should I do verticals? I could do verticals where the wall is. I don't think I need to. Yeah, no, with the way that it would connect via brackets, I don't think I need to. And if it looks ugly without, I'll change it around. Alright, and then no, that's not a full frame down, so go all the way up. Actually, you know what I probably could do to make this a little bit cheaper? Let's go point by point. Like basically start from the one tower and go and then go point by point in terms of height versus just giant tiled grid. I think that would look both more natural and just better overall. It would might be a bit cheaper too. That worked. Yeah, don't ask me why this one's playing. But yeah, so basically go from whichever log is higher, go up 7. And that's where this one would be. So yeah, this one, for example, would be one further down. I keep landing on the corners of blocks. And which ones are taller? This one is... So yeah, and those two are on the same level. So then they would just end up being on the same level, so that actually has to go one further down. And I can just do... Yeah, I think I might do that. how would this one change though? So it would be here, and go up 2 frames. That one would not line up. So I think for the towers, base it off of the 2 frames nearby. Yeah. And find some way to connect them. But for the walls, follow the contour of the land. So yeah, this all actually has to go. And for the horizontal connections, whichever one is taller. You know that this whole change might make it just a little bit cheaper. So I'm not spending as much going up. Alright, nope. There's a bunch of logs just laying on the ground. But yeah, if it's uneven with this cross tie, whichever one is taller, whichever one is higher off the ground is the one that I'm going to go for. Alright, which one of these? This one's taller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this cross tie might be a bit taller. Or no, it's the same size. Yeah, that one might be one lower. They're both the same size. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now this one's clearly gonna be taller. Ow. Yay. Yeah, the only problem with using stripped logs in a big build like this is it just destroys axe durability. Keep the sand in case I need to pillar back up. This one's taller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this is more than a block difference. I might add 2 cross ties. I think if it's only if it's more than a block, go with the taller one. Or if it's 1 block, go with the taller one. there's more than one block, go with both. A little more expensive, but it's not anything I can't farm. Then once again, this one is clearly taller. Which means I think that's going to be another one with 2 cross ties. Yeah, once this is all filled in with the stone, this is going to look actually pretty nice. Although I do need more iron for more axes. I have 2 views already. And I could not see that. That's what I was going in to do. Go to the control panel so I can see stats. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And double check it because I don't feel like that was right. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. That is one heck of a change in elevation. That is just a high part of the village. Yeah, no, doing that all tiled, that would be way too relatively high for this area. Yeah. Might do serrated walls. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's only one. It's only 1 block difference. Really? Both of these, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh. Yeah. So, yeah. That one I have to go 1 more frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I gotta get 1 more frame on that one. It is actually not. And it's still shorter? Wow. That worked. Now I'm just trying to figure out which is gonna happen first. I'm gonna run out of axe durability first. You know, at the base of this wall, it is friggin' huge. Like, just look at that. It looks like a relatively small change. No, it's not. At least from the top of the wall, it looks like a relatively small change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That worked perfectly fine. This one is taller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm gonna skip on the other towers for now and just do the walls. The way I think I'm gonna do it is similar to the walls with the towers, where I'm gonna put these vertical slices in. Yeah, the next one on here is a tower, so let me go modify this other tower to show what I mean. Oh, my main way up is blocked. That's fun. Yeah, I think this might be the first extension that happens to the village, if this village does get any extensions. Yeah, now this, doing it similar to the walls, or like, it goes higher than the highest wall that's around it. Yeah, no. I don't know how else to do it. Oh, that. Alright, let me make my way up to the top, which has to be on the outside. Alright, let me get a piece of food. Just do that. The entire grass population in this area is just dead. Yeah, this has to be ripped down now. They're just far enough from each other. You know, once this is ripped down, then I can basically do the same thing as the walls, except with 4 points versus just 2. And with each of these, I can just do a good old tree. And the cross ties that connect with the walls are only going to connect with the walls, and not the towers. Those 3 are staying, that's becoming a vertical. Oh yeah, taking this down is gonna be a while now. Yeah, I am able to get up. It's fine. Or not even that's fine, that works. I'm gonna go craft more axes. And that's it. I need more iron if I want to continue this project. How many emeralds do I have? Oh, I have enough for plenty of Silk Touch books. Because then I can enchant as many, because then I can enchant as many of my iron pickaxes as I can. Except maybe like one. That's 2 books. Yeah, that's plenty. Yeah, keep tearing the wall down. If it wasn't villager enslavement, I'd get like a basically villager iron golem. Like just bit of an iron golem spawner, but not an iron farm, just a golem spawner. Although that's basically what an iron farm is. Was everything lined up from that block anyway? It's gonna be nice and fun if it was. Oh boy. No. That's gonna be a waste of time if it was. Yeah, I'd rather be thorough than be like, oh wait, yeah, that's right. Use both. And there we go. Is it this one or that one? This one's taller. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, this one. Alright, and that'll be... Yeah, it was all around that. So yeah. And this one, build up. And then here. There we go. And this mouse might be dying. And then this tower this tower is basically going to be placed at any junction where a wall turns, or there's more than one wall. Say we decide on district walls. And that's it for that one. And go finish off this other tower then. Yeah, it's 1 block spacing. Ow. Yeah. And then that wall is shorter, so I don't have to extend it. I just have to extend this to 1 more if I wanted to. I might see how it looks without extending it, just so everything is cheaper. Just by that a little bit. Yeah, no, I think I need the underframe with this one. At least in parts, need the underframe. Finally, 1 piece of bread is down. The 1 stack of bread, where would that be? Here. And build it on the ring foundation. Because it doesn't need it connecting to the wall, I don't think. Yeah, it's just out here. There's just, they can't stand on their own. They need the support from the others to help keep it standing. And there we go. Yeah, no. Because of how close that one is to the ground, it should be fine without one there. And that one is on the ground, so yeah. Now head back, work on this other tower. Yeah. Which one of these is tallest? Is this a wall? They're supposed to be. Oh yeah, no, that is 3 blocks. Okay. This one is the tallest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Y level 112. There. Ooh. Maybe I should have saved some of this iron for more pickaxes. But I'm just gonna go down iron level and mine. I think pick up some doors so that I can go in and out but still free fall. all the way up to Y112 from down here. There. And this one. Oh. And just keep going until I'm out of logs, I guess. 2 more stacks of logs. And which one? This one's the tallest. Yeah. Got a seed from that. And there we go. The southeast tower is complete. I think my first source of logs, I'm gonna tear down the trees within the village. Because it's all gonna be essentially paved over anyway. Nope, I slept in this one last night. But yeah, I essentially flipped it over. Yeah, it's essentially just gonna be paved over anywho. I think first I might go mining for iron and collect stone while I'm at it too. Looks raw stone, not cobblestone. This one's taller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Surprisingly at the same Y level. Ow. This one's taller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And bring it over here, see where it ends up. And if all good. That log. Sounds taller, but I think for now I'm just gonna go chop the trees in the village so I can grab some more logs. Because I need logs. Like, lots of them. So, deforestation within the village. Within the current village boundaries. It's not like I'm gonna go out and deforest actual forest. No. Deforestation, it gives... Alright, I'll make sure to use this for wheat fields. It's using the wall to stay alive. Justice Corner is gonna give me a ton of wood. Anyway. Which is a good thing, because I'm gonna need a ton of spruce. Not even for the bridge, for both staircase bridges down to the river. Like, not even for that. Just for the wall alone. And then I'm gonna need even more for those staircase bridges outside the gates. Yeah, that's the last one. Which is good. No, it's not. Come on, game. This one's got to be the last one then. There we go. And I don't know what I'm exactly going to be building where. I do think I am going to build a blacksmith for all of the smithing jobs. Like 2 or 3 of each smithing job, maybe 4, so I can just do 2x2 pods of each workstation. Yeah, so basically I want to turn this into semi-functional town. Village professions. I just realized I'm gonna need an artificial lake. Big enough for fishing, so we might have to. Might actually get some TNT to do that. Oh, I didn't need that log. Okay. Might have just been the back door. It sounded like thunder. Yeah, there's a log up there. And these 3. And there's this one. Then I'm already at almost 2 3/4 stacks. There we go. I'm at 2 3/4 stacks now, which is a good number. Good number of logs to be at. Yeah, I want to find out how many of each profession I want, so that I can build the according. No, not the according. Yeah, the according amount of housing for the villagers. But I also want there to be space for players to build here too. Or maybe even get like a village council of players of sorts. I don't know. If players do come online, I do want them to be able to still build stuff. Like, I don't want it to just be 100% villager. Because if it's 100% villager infrastructure, then I'm going to be the only one living here. So I want space for players to be able to build. Yeah, this window is just at the height for that wall. And I think it's going to be just above that wall. So yeah, you can build taller than the wall, absolutely. Your only vertical build limit is build limit itself. Like, that is the only vertical build limit. I want to see, how big are these houses? 4 blocks of walk space per bed. 5 by 5 is 25 by 5, that's 25. 24, 23, 22, 21 with 2 beds. 2 beds, that's 8 blocks of walking space. No, not even 4 blocks is needed. 5 by 5 with, I think 3 by 3 with a bed might work. Because 3 by 3 with the bed, that's 7. 7 blocks of walking space, which is more than a villager needs. I think 3 by 3 with 2 beds might be a bit cramped. So I think for one bed, I think like 4 blocks of walking space per bed. So I want to see what size room allows. So that's like the minimum or the maximum bed density is per 4 open blocks of walk space, not meaning that it's not taken up by a bed, workstation, or another block per 4 blocks of walk space. Allow 1 bed. So you need a total of 6 blocks of floor space per bed. And another thing, stairs. I don't know if stairs will count as floor space. They can. Yeah, come up with those guidelines so if people want to build more villager housing. I do have a Silk Touch diamond pick. But I don't want to use too much of that. Did I mine? I think I did mine out that entire thing. I can go to the enchanting table. Or like go to a grindstone the battery low. But go to the grindstone and grindstone that diamond pick and hope for fortune level of some sort. Or villagers, which is what I'm going for now. To go for fortune 3. So I already have a Silk Touch villager. So I can cross that off the list. I have one here. That's just like a townsperson. One of the various townsfolk. And like that's what I aim for this to be, where it's not like villager prisons, where the villagers are enslaved. I want it to feel more like a town and feel more like the villagers are actual townsfolk and make it feel like an actual town versus a shell of a town. Like an actual bustling town. Get rid of these berries. And get rid of the berry bushes. So and get rid of those. I'll make a farm for them here. One where villagers can't get hurt. Like, I want to make this a safe environment for villagers and players alike. For people to build houses for themselves. Um, this might even be like the main, like the center, where like if everyone else goes wherever they want, this is like center of the world, where everyone, for example, sets up shop. Like they build a shop here, because it'll get plenty of traffic. Just as an example, there's not too many people here though, so I think it would be more co-op than capitalism, anyway. I think that's what's going to happen, just with the amount of people there are in this server, or lack thereof. You know, if one or more of the members are watching, don't sue me over saying that when the server does turn capitalist. Yeah, I just personally I don't expect the server to turn capitalist because of the lack of people there are who are playing this server actively. Am I out of space? Yeah, I gotta put that piece of flint away. $44 in that stack. Yeah, that's gonna have to be decorated, which I have a plan for that. For making an actual decorated functional bridge. There's a lot more than I thought in this village. Like, darn. There's a lot of trees in the village. Yeah, I don't know how far the village is going to expand. But what I do know, one thing I do know about the village is I'm going to put my foot down and say we are not expanding south of the river. Am I out? I am. It's just a piece of flint. Now I can keep track of the amount of logs that I have, which is what truly matters, so I can grind them all down into toothpicks so I can get lots of emeralds fast. Perfect. This is a lot. There's tons of trees here. There's a lot more than I thought. Like, wow. You know, my plans for the village are basically create clear, distinct boundaries between the village and the outside world. Build some villager infrastructure. Make it feel like a town. And that's basically it. Like, I might set the blacksmith up somewhere around here and then basically make this like village mine or something like that. Yeah. And eventually I'll put like signs up that say like to Eastgate, to Westgate, and stuff like that. Yeah, put these away. Keep the axe for now. And just, yeah, no, not nearly as many as when I started this. But yeah, soil, minerals. 18 emeralds. I'm out of emeralds. Actually, no, I just went 2 books, which means... There we go. I don't know where the librarian is, so I'm just gonna have to wait for the workday tomorrow. Is he? Why are you in here? There's an iron golem in my house. I mean, I'll take the free bodyguard, but like, why? I should have the enchant. You know, I'm mainly going to be using these Silk Touch pickaxes. Underground, because I do need lots of regular stone, raw stone, which is quite a lot. Given how much wood this thing is taking, I'm gonna need lots of stuff. How many doors do I need? 3. Doors. And then iron level is down at 16. Uh, 17. So I want that one. I want that one. Now I can free fall down without being scared of losing everything. Which way am I going? I think I'll go... I don't know. That was a waste of durability. Oh yeah, that's when I was going to mine all the way out to the swamp that I found for industrialization. There we go. Gravel. Am I gonna have to put... No. I have it. There we go. Andesite. My main things that I want to know about are stone. Actually, I do want a building block, which the only one I have right now is gravel. And then each of these 5 I can branch off if I want to mine again. Then raw iron. Do I want to keep it raw? I think stuff like lapis. I don't have fortune yet, and I need the iron like now, so I think I'm just gonna mine it regularly. That's stone. I think I'm gonna keep going until this first pick breaks. Then I'll go like 100 blocks. Ooh! Gold! I should have silk touched that So I don't have too much gold yet, and depending on if I'm curing villagers or not, depending on if I get a farm or not, worry more about it when I have fortune. And since I already mined it like this, that's stone. I need that stone and a site. Alright, I think from here on, any ore that I find, silk touch it. Because then I can break the ore or smelt it, depending on what the ore is. But I can break the ore as I need it before I have fortune. And once I get fortune, I can just... yeah. There's a zombie villager, but I'm literally living in a village. I can still see the end of the hallway. I think I might run into a cave. Judging by the way it sounds, I might. Mineshaft. This is a mineshaft that I found. Yeah, this is a mineshaft that I found, like, ages ago. Now that I have Silk Touch, I think I'm gonna take this copper. It won't fill up my inventory as much. No use for it yet, but I don't think the world will reset before fall drop. Yeah, I'm gonna put that poll out on the designated channel in the private Discord. Poll, great poll. Reset server for fall drop. Yes or no. Post. And there we go. Clarify the reset will happen when the fall drop releases. So it's not like reset now in preparation for the fall drop. It's reset for the fall drop when the fall drop is released. I think I already looted all the ores that I would want from here. It's not even like this is in the wall. This is just... that chest is in the middle of everything. Actually, you know what? Chest minecart could be useful. That's stone. I can avoid placing stone, Cobblestone, diorite. I want to save my axe because I have to build a ton with it. And I might even have to go up and empty my inventory anywho. Oh yeah, there's some iron. 8 pieces of iron. That's pretty good. There.
And the box was like in pieces. I actually ended up taking the box apart to be able to kind of get it in the freezer up here.
What's that? Andesite. I could have been using andesite. Once I get a Fletcher. Once I get a Harmon 2 Fletcher, it's no big deal if I get a Harmon 2 Fletcher. Oh, yep. This room is useless. Forgot about that.
I'm trying to cross his leg, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
There.
I told Mom, I said, today marks the day when I started to clear out the freezer. So much in there that never gets made because I take this off. So I said,
There's 6 there. Go. Am I too low for coal? That might be an issue if I'm too low for coal. Let's go back up and empty my inventory anyway.
yeah.
Go up, clear my inventory, and then I think I'm gonna start one of these branches.
Well, I know that it was there, and they've been in there for a while, so I was like,
Yeah, so what yeah, there's no one new here, but I'm mining for iron, taking care of stone as well, because I need just that much stone, and that's why I'm using this silk touch pick. Cobblestone. Cobblestone. Keep the iron ore, but throw the raw varieties in here. Wood chest, planks, iron ore, utility, rails, and minecart. Wood chest for the fence. Miscellaneous stone for the granite. Keep the andesite as a building block. And then copper ore. There we go. Some consolidation and then have copper. I have a bunch of coal ore. I might have to break some of that open now. There are plenty of caves around, but I want to save the ores from those caves. Alright, I'm gonna start a branch going this way. We'll go until 107-ish. Oh, I completely forgot about torches. The entire reason that I went up there was for torches, and I forgot the torches. I do have a diamond pick that I could break into for this if I really need to. Like go mining down at iron level and then silk touch pickaxe. I also might want to get a raw stone farm because then if I want to use it, then I like in the industrial area ish.
And anything that was over 2 months expired, I paused it. I was like, nobody's using it, nobody's using it, it's just sitting in here and it's already been 2 months. And it's only been opened and used like say twice. So I was like, yeah, no. I did put it out most of the stuff that I got. Like if ever do like crafting stuff or just good anymore.
Now, break open this coal. I do kind of want to eventually build towers sea level up to build limit of just ores. Or maybe if it was still at 256, I would go from 128. But it's not still at 256. That is a lot of copper. I just remember that's all in there. Wow. That is a lot of copper. That's cut copper. Cut copper. I completely forgot about all that copper.
I want everything that's under the sun today.
And there we go. Drag that down a little bit. Actually, I'm just going to have one ingot slot for copper, because most of it's going to be taken up by blocks. At least for now. Until I get chests. Where's my coal? There's my coal. I'm going to rip coal from here, divide it into 6. Divide it in 7 actually, I think I might do. And then 6, I'll put that in each of the furnaces. And that'll be enough torches, or it should. And 48 into each chest in the back here. It's 24 a furnace, which isn't really too bad. Sticks back into the wood chest. Beet seeds back up in there. Flint. Minerals. I did not previously have flint in here. Alright, well, 100 obsidian it goes. I do have dripstone. I should make a dripstone farm down in like the mine area. That's where the stone farm will be too. But like down in the mine area, some dripstone. Yeah, I think it was a I never wrote down the coordinates for that zombie spawner. Shoot. I didn't stream it either, so I couldn't, or even record it for that matter, so I can't look at footage and get that back. And there's the other stack of torches. Alright, going back down. I know it was in one of these caves around the village. Alright, torch. So I think this is how it's gonna work. I go like 100 blocks out here ish, and then branches. And I completely forgot to say. Yeah, I think I like how that works. Is 100 blocks, and then each branch is 100 blocks. And I go another 100 blocks, and each branch is 100 blocks. And I take each branch further as well. 106, so 206 is where this one will go. And there we go. Go back to this first branch then. Yeah, my keyboard doesn't exactly like being a keyboard now, at least with the space bar. I don't know, if I find slime, I'll write down the chunk coordinates that I found the slime in. And then double check that. Then double check that chunk. And then turn that into a village slime farm. I'd prefer not to use any seed maps. I just feel like those are a bit cheaty. Yeah. And the fact that that was 3 deep, that's why I go every 5 instead of like every 2. Because every 2, with a lot of the ores, you're going to have a lot of overlap. Whereas every 5, it's not going to be too much overlap. Looks like a decent cave. There's a chest there. I also hear a skeleton, so I'm gonna put down a torch. There's some coal, which is name tag. Activator rails, melon seeds. There's coal there, but I can get up. Now I can access the coal. You gotta I'm gonna keep the dock that I have for coordinates open. But I mean, this time, like this time around, I am streaming so I can go back and look at footage if I find something but just never remember the coordinates. There we go. 16 iron, just like that. Wow. Uh-huh. That's just some lava. Wait, that's just some lava. I have dripstone at home. Wait, no, not yet. Now. Grab it. Put it in my inventory so I don't accidentally use it. Now I think I should run home. There's some iron down there. I do think I should run home. Probably set up lava farm. Do I have any other blocks? I have dripstone blocks. I want to save those though. I do have quite a bit of stone, which is good. There's what's the one thing that I need for this whole project? That's right. The square hole, I mean the stone. I need the stone more. I don't know, as long as I can find my way home, should be fine. Diamond! More torches. Rails, gold ingots, name tag, melon seeds. Can't fit it in my inventory. I don't need hundreds of these either. Actually, I don't really think I need any of them. Oh wow, you can still get pointed when you mine it with your hand. Oh, that's interesting. How much copper am I at? 50. Alright, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Throw out the chest cart. What else do I throw out for the deep slate? Not really much to trash. I mean, maybe some bread. I don't know, I just have to come back with an emptier inventory. I'm gonna set up a lava farm for fuel. Yeah, it's this way. Ooh. Iron. Almost missed that. Yeah, and this is where I fell. And there's iron there. Some more copper. Grab it quick. You know what I think should be one thing added to Bedrock in terms of parity? The ability to hold anything in your offhand. Like, why it's not in vanilla Bedrock at this point? Or why it's not in Bedrock, period, I should say. I'll return for that copper if I really truly want it. Up here. There's some more? I don't know, maybe I can parkour. No, I can't, I suck. Well, I saw some iron on the roof here, so I'm gonna grab it. Then I'm gonna head home. Yeah, no, that is like... That is... How much? Half a stack? Plus what I have at home. That is a lot of iron. And I do think I want to save the one Silk Touch pick. These iron pickaxes I'm not that concerned about. More concerned about the Silk Touch part of it. But I should have plenty of stone at this point. I hope I have plenty of stone at this point. If the world does get reset, I think that's what I'm going to be playing in terms of Minecraft for now. Just kind of like episodic, and then the description is my plan. That or I just kind of stream it, and then edit it together into an episodic video. Stone, let me put all this stone up in that chest. Ooh, that's really not a lot. That is really not a lot. I thought I had a lot more. What did I do? Overstack of copper, have some dripstone. Now what I'm gonna do with this dripstone is I'm gonna make a dripstone farm. But then with the other dripstone that I have, I'm gonna make a lava farm. I need what, 6 buckets? 6 more. I need 7 total, 6 more, that's 18 iron. And I should have enough to keep me by for the rest of the wall project. I think I'm gonna... That is a lot of copper. Let me just see, what is this? Alright. Someone's saying reset, and reset once a fall drop releases, so I don't even know if all this copper is gonna have a use. I'm not building with it. One of the first things I will do is I will set up copper storage, which basically means Speedrun Redstone. What's that? 32. There you go. That should be a few blocks. I'll go up in there. But yeah. If this does end up getting reset, which I think it might, I might, I don't know. I'm the one running it, but I just don't own it being the server. Like, I'm the one running the Minecraft. Those 10 I am absolutely saving for whenever I get fortune. Like, that one is a no questions asked. Why are you still in my house? This dude is still in my house. I just want to know why. Alright, let me go to, like, the supposed mining area. Do we not have a farmer in the village? Huh. Without a farmer, we don't get really much of anything. Yeah, no, down here would kind of be like the mine, I guess. Sort of. One of the caves to the north has a zombie spawner. Yeah, I can put it, I'm gonna put it against this wall. Actually, hang on. Because I'm thinking the path will come down. That'll be like the entrance into the mine. So I guess I could have... I could have built-in dripstone farms. Yeah. Like, 2 blocks into the wall. So basically, like, where's the center of this thing? Like, here. That would be like the entrance to the mine. So then what I can do is like this would be dripstone farm territory here. Yeah. Nothing will spawn down there. Gypsum block. It is off center now. If I extend this, I can extend that by 1. The problem is even. Move all of this out of here. There's some coal back there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so do that. Move this, move everything over by a block. And then maybe like one side's for dripstone and one side's for all lava. Okay, I actually do kind of like that idea. I legitimately do like that idea, but I feel like the lava farm. I'm gonna just put the lava there for now. But the lava farm, I think, is better fit for like a blacksmithing area. And then we just get an infinite source of water down there. Ow. Ooh! Real close. Real close to turning that lava into obsidian. What the? Why is that dog just angry? They get like mad at foxes or something? Yeah, I think so. But then why did he turn not angry? And this iron armor is taking a beating. I'm not water bucketing down again. Now the water won't spill everywhere. There's a dripstone. Don't want the torch to break. I don't know if the dripstone block's required, but I think it is. I don't think it is, but I don't know. Get the pointed stone down. And there you have it, dripstone farm. And then pick that up so no one gets hit by it. Good. Dripstone farm. This is going to be the entrance to the mine. To the public mine, that is. Yeah. Well, we have an hour left. Alright. I'm gonna cook up some of this iron. Get started on like lava farm, blacksmith area or something. I don't want the blacksmith area to be too far from the mine. But yeah. You just cook the iron ore right up. Because it gives 1 when you smelt an ore. And without fortune it just gives 1. So actually how much am I gonna need? 7 for the cauldron. And that's it for a small lava farm. Personally, I'm gonna need 6 buckets, but for now I only need 7, so that's all I'm gonna use. Actually, there's a ton in there. And some blocks. I completely forgot that all that iron was in there, but good thing I did the stone mining, because I need to do that. Still don't know where I'm gonna put this lava farm, but that's fine. Lava farm is gonna go in like the blacksmith area anyway. Yes, this is what I do every night. Let me see, let me just go see where I want this lava farm. The mine is like out here. I don't want the lava farm blacksmith area to be too close to the wall because it uses wood. There is a nice corner like right here. That could be like a blacksmith shop. But I feel like that could be better suited for a mining shop. Like a mining shop, mineral shop. I think mineral shop would be good because it's right next to the gate. So they can get in, say they need iron, they get in, they buy iron, and they get out. I don't know. It's also a bit close to the wall, but I don't think that should be an issue. No, it's far enough away. Yeah, because the mine doesn't even have any villagers. That's just there for people. So I think over here should work for a lava farm. Make it out of dirt for now. Oh wait, I need to get it to put the lava in. And dripstone. That should fill with lava. Sometime I'm gonna go fill this back up with water when I get back. So you know what? Why don't I just connect it there? Just connect it there, even though it seems a little useless. I don't know, I like this village. I think even before I came in here and started doing all this, it seemed like a town, because everything was just so close. And it seems like, looking at the village houses, it seems like a close community. go back to where I think the blacksmithing area will be. Not yet. That should fill with lava sometime. Yeah, with this newfound iron that I never remembered I had, I can save on all the ore that I got, and I can just keep chopping these trees. There's a lot of them to chop too. Let's see. Oh, nope. 8. This one's 12. Yes, I expect to need that many axes. For the project as a whole, definitely. I might get to building the library and blacksmith shop sooner, though. Just because then I can get Diamond Unbreak 3, possibly Mending. Yeah. Ow. Oh. Didn't even realize I did that when I was zoomed in. That's outside of the wall. Might need a bit of deep slate for the blacksmith shop, and maybe even some blackstone too. Should do fine in the nether. I am kitted out in full iron though, so I should. That's definitely gonna be fine in the nether. Gonna be far enough through the nether. So yeah, the library is gonna need a ton of lecterns. I think like 35. I have one made. 34 then. Yeah. I do want to make a village or find a village around spawn in the next season. I'm treating this kind of as like season 1, essentially. Because, yeah, the previous season that happened, I immediately updated when Minecraft updated, and Geyser didn't like that.
How would you able like to transfer it one transfer? Like I don't
They here. Wow, I can climb all the way up to the top of the tree. Nice. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Does it need an air block or does it just take that long? I do kind of like the idea of a village base next season where I just kind of like build a house somewhere, get a couple of zombie villagers if there isn't a village nearby. Then just kind of take those 2 villagers and build up an entire village population. Yeah. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one just so that the leaves aren't in the way and because I need the logs. So I'm not gonna replant it just yet. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna replant it just yet. I'm gonna wait until all the leaves decay, or not even that. Wait until all of these logs are gone, or all of these trees within the village are gone. All the leaves are gone already. Most of this is just making space. Some of it is actual log gathering, like actual logging. Yeah, no, I don't think I'd need it. There we go. And this tree. This tree. Can grab it. All these trees are within the village boundary. I do kind of like the idea of up on the hill being like the quote-unquote rich area. So like up on putting the library up on the hill as an idea. Yeah, like library up here at the corner. And basically going all the way back to the wall, pretty much. 2-story. A first level, which is up top, and a ground level. Maybe the 3rd floor with basement. Yeah, clear these trees. I think I'm gonna get the library up, or at least started. But I want to finish the walls really before I start many more projects here. Simply because I'd rather have one finished project and not get to another project than have 15 unfinished projects. Which having the variety to go to is a good thing, but yeah. I think first I should have like kept the area. Yeah, get the area for the wall, like where the wall is actually gonna be. And then there we go. But yeah. I don't know, basically get the librarian first. The librarian and the blacksmith shop in. So I can get myself gear. Wow. Okay, well that's just wheat seeds. Wheat seeds are useless. I don't know. Let me go put these logs away and the other stuff. wood. Saplings, sticks, other soil, gravel, dirt, ability, mineral, mobley, plant, saplings, sapling. Yeah, let's see. Nope, that's not it. Although all 9 of those slots are filled. Wow. Miscellaneous stone. That's where I'll put the raw stone. Alright. Inventory is cleared. Let me go up and see if the lava farm actually works, or if I maybe need an air block. I don't think I'll need an air block. Maybe I do. Or it takes just that long. Probably just takes that long. Really, dude? Really? Trying to expand your village. I'm kind of hoping for like the new form of jungle edges. I think that's literally what it is, just a jungle edge. But yeah, no, get like a jungle edge. Oh, I thought there was a second one in here at first. I was like, how? It's this one. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping for it to be a jungle edge. At spawn. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping for a jungle. There's a treehouse base. I don't know. I wish I could extend the timer on Discord polls. Eh. It's already made. I'm not gonna remake the poll, though I might ask, like, ban seed maps in next season. Maybe. It's possible. The problem with seed maps is that there's no other way. But they are slowly but surely making other ways. Making the other ways in question when people say there's no other way to get around, anything. But there's one thing that they all center around, that everyone uses as seed maps to find, and it's villages. I'm glad I found this village. It's a close village. The terrain around it honestly kind of sucks. But I am glad I found a village. When I first started this server, the first thing I was looking for was a village. So I know they were overpowered. But this one this close to spawn, I don't want other people to realize I'm in it for the industrialization and capitalism. So, oh wait, did I say that out loud? Jokes aside. But yeah, no, like, K-Sigur's sentiment, again, like, this close to spawn, I really don't like farms unless it's a dedicated, like, technical Minecraft server. Then, well, farms everywhere. But yeah, like a general survival SMP, survival multiplayer. Then for general SMP, I don't think farms close to spawn is really a good idea. With or without spawn chunks. Unless you hide them well, or like put them underground or something. Close to spawn. Or like you incorporate it well into your base. Maybe it's like a laboratory and the farms are an experiment or something like that. But like just farms out in the open near spawn on an SMP. Not a huge fan of that on both ends. Like if you build one, more power to you. But no. I'm not going to build one that close to spawn unless I hide it well or I incorporate it into my build. Once again, I use the example of the laboratory or the farm, or the various farms are like experiments. Like oh, that's what. There we go. Should get all that. And that's connected up here. There we go. But yeah, like, you incorporate it into your build well, or you hide it when it's near spawn, or that's at least what I tend to do. That moved nowhere. Yeah, there's a tree right in the middle of the path. Surprised I never got rid of this one. This is definitely one of the resource pack replacements. Because it's one of the title screen themes. And it's in the middle of gameplay.
Get out of that tree!
Is that all just caught? Wow, I really don't like if that was all just caught. Yeah, there's a few trees here, a few trees in the square. I mean, like, because it's a resource pack, I really honestly I find it kind of has its own little charm with it being title screen in the middle of the game. Like, it's honestly kind of charming about the resource pack. Like, it's a little weird the first few times you hear it, but after the first few times, it just kind of exists, and you just see it as one of the other tracks. My main problem with the new ones is... I'm gonna build there. Anyway, my main problem with the new ones is the volume imbalance. Like, that's the main reason I went with the resource pack. Because the volume was just horribly unbalanced. Some more spruce trees. Okay, it's storming out now. I don't want any of these guys to turn into witches, but I'm gonna finish off this tree. Oh yeah, that is definitely storm darkness. That's a zombie. Yep. Starman. Starman, alright. More spruce logs than I probably will ever need in this entire playthrough. Actually, that's a lie. And yeah, those ones are out of the village boundary. And chop some more of these trees. I like the addition of the sticks. But it just kind of clutters your inventory. Especially when you're chopping down a ton of oaks. Because those have apples too. Can't see it. Yeah. I needed the air block. And it has this down here doing nothing yet. But that also takes a really long time, like a stupid long time. So, I'll just keep on chopping away. And then see how far this will get me. I don't think it's going to get me very far. That was a not smart. Here we go. Right, this next tree. I have 2 axes left after this one. That should be enough to clear the village. I can get building on some of this stuff. And notably, the library. Wow, I am using my shovel. Another one of these, what I like to call Eternus trees. Where half of the tree is just cut off from the world. They look ugly. Oh, this one was an Eternus tree too. Oh, I thought that was a log up there. No, that's just pixels. Yeah, no, I don't need it. I have lots of shovels left. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I'll like plan out. Next time I think I'll like plan out an entire village. Like draw a one-to-one map of the village in some sort of program. And then put village plans on top of it. Is the village all clear? Maybe. It just looks like there's no forest here because it's that sharp of a decline. No, I didn't think so. I think this is the last bit then. Like if we're not done, then I think this is the last bit. Last group of trees. What's a group of trees called? Seriously, what is is it literally just called a forest? It might just be called a forest. I would not be surprised if it's something as simple as that. But it could also be something as funny as a murder of crows. Yeah, I think that's all the trees in the village. No, it's not. Close to, but not quite. Those might have been the last two. Think those were the last two. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all the trees. Yeah. It's all of them. What better way to get this ball rolling than just getting right into it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 10 minutes left. Yeah, I'm gonna use up either the rest, or I'm gonna use up the rest of this wood building the frame. And I'm gonna end if I either finish up. Did I just have to put my shield in there? And do the same to these sticks. And all of those logs. Oh, I do not have space. Rotten flesh. Mushrooms. Couple more stacks. I need 2 more stacks of space. 2 of the shovels are going. Boom. I got an inventory filled to the brim with spruce logs. And these spruce logs, I'm gonna use the rest of them up. Either finish this wall or use them all up. And then I think I'm gonna end there. And calico. That's nice. I might have to break those. Ow. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The other one. Hope there's not still one up there. Let me saturation heal real quick. Go down here. And down here. Where's that water? There it is. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The other side of this. Should be 3. There it is. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's oh. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, two, three. Up. That blows. And go up. That's a very steep change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That could have very easily been death. Let me saturation heal real fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. Alright. None of this to use up, so I gotta use it up. Alright. And this is more than. Is it one more than one block? No. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe it is. No, it's not. Wow. Wow. That one is at the same level. Alright. We finish this side of the gate up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect timing. Real perfect timing. Okay, I know I said I was gonna cut it when I used all of this up, or when I finished that. I just want to double check and make sure I didn't just hear a rumble thunder. Probably did. Yeah, if I go offline, it's most likely from power, but I shouldn't go offline, I don't think. To not do that, I need to craft up some iron axes. How many slots do I have? 4. One more for sand, so 5. 5, that's 15. Back in there. That should be plenty of enough to finish all this up at the very least. Okay, yep, that's thunder. I'm logging off now. Alright.